Hi YouTube, Brian folks again. Flying my son's Duet. We tried to make some crazy flaps on it so we could fly it inside the living room. Still a little too fast. I got a 300 milliamp 1S 35C Nanotech. Really good value battery. Super cheap. Works really good. Easy to charge. They handle the higher charge rates than the little ones from Horizon Hobby, and I still fly these with 100 milliamp hour batteries, and I even have, I think, like an 85 milliamp battery as well. And I just put a little strap of tape there, and it holds it on there. It must have slipped a little bit on my last flight, but all you got to do is just kind of work it in there. But makes the center of gravity just about perfect, being that we had a little bit of weight with the oh, it didn't initiate. It didn't initiate, hon. I gotta redo this tonight, and we'll go ahead and fly the Duet, the super slow Duet. I don't know if any of you have ever had a Duet, but I usually just kind of fly it with one hand. I get the throttle set and I leave it. Trimmed out really good now, but as you can see, it's just really slow. Sorry about the sun, everybody. Let's come down here. We'll just show everybody. This is about 50% throttle here. Just enough to keep it aloft. And those feathers or flaps or whatever you want to call them on there, they slow it down so much, but it produces just a little bit extra lift. And so it's just really easy to fly. And the Duet actually is not the easiest plane to fly. I mean, I fly a lot of different planes, and I found the Duet to be somewhat challenging just because it's so non-responsive. So if you're thinking about getting your kids a plane, which in and of itself is probably not a great idea, then maybe think twice about the Duet. It is cheap at $60 with the radio, but you know, for $100, or 120 rather, I should say, you can have the Sportcub S UMX. Way better experience, easier to fix, a little more sturdy for crashes. I've fixed this thing so many times I can't count. But I'm having to do elevator corrections constantly, and there is no rudder, so all you have to depend on is differential thrust. Let me show you a little altitude maneuver here. I'm going to go up to altitude. I'm going to try to do a flip, which of course is what kids want to do, is they want to do flips. And you got to climb really slow. Without the flaps on there, it's a lot quicker, but I'll show you how. It can do a flip, but I mean, it's not a very fun flip, and you see how it hesitates so much to go to the right. Well, we're trimmed all the way to the right. So the other thing is, landing this plane is challenging. I can catch the plane easier than I can land it, just because it's such a light plane. But most people, I've got 0 throttle right now. I can land it, but it's so non-responsive. It's trying to help with early pilots that are trying to overcorrect or overfly the plane, they call it. I personally would rather be able to overfly the plane and flip it to a high and low mode. So I'm just going to bring it up here. Another really slow pass. And as you can see, it's still pretty sturdy, but the differential thrust and then the elevator authority is very weak in my opinion. And then you can see the spinners are off of there, because the spinners will throw the blades out of balance so bad that you can't even fly it. So just take them off. First time you have a nasty crash, just take both of them off. You're not going to get one to stay and one to go. The other thing is, you can see that the props are not at the same position on the prop shaft. I'm not sure why that is. But good luck fixing that without ripping the motor in half, which I've done numerous times. Anyway, really, it's a fun plane, but I wouldn't get this if you're trying to get a cool flying plane. Just get a Sportcub S, you'll be way, way happier.